Hey everybody, welcome back to the Civil War. Not the Civil War on drugs, though that is pretty enjoyable. If you've ever seen it. So we need to recruit some people. I did not want to recruit them, as I've said before, with one-year contracts, but we don't have a choice right now. War sometimes makes you do things you don't want to, so to recruit, we're going to try and make the Army of Northern... We're going to make all the armies bigger. So we're going to recruit a unit into Hunter's Division. We'll click right here, Add New Unit. So we're going to pick what state we want them from. And we want them from a state that's nearby so that they're fast to recruit. So we'll pick Maryland. We want an infantry unit. You can change how they look, but that's fine. We're going to recruit one for maximum strength, 3,000 men. And then just because I like it to look symmetrical, we'll do that. We'll give them new units, or not new units, new weapons. We'll give them Springfield rifled muskets. We'll recruit one for this army too. We'll recruit those from Pennsylvania. The reason I'm picking different states is reinforcements will be drawn from that state too. So you want to make sure there's still some manpower left behind, so that as units need to be reinforced over time, they can get the proper reinforcements. And these will take a bit of time to muster in. The quicker one will take 11 days, the longer one will take 13 days. And we're just going to keep doing it. Let's move down the line. Let's move to the Department of Pennsylvania. Andrew's army. They're right by Pennsylvania, so I guess we'll give them a Pennsylvania unit too. There's a lot of Pennsylvania troops that are available. And then these will be a little farther away. We'll recruit a regiment from New York. We will give them Springfield smoothbore muskets. And then technically we can move this way if you wanted to go through the armies too. But I'm kind of clicking on them so you can see where they are. We'll do McClellan's army. He does not have a lot of people here. I'm not even going to worry about divisions for these guys. Let's just grab some dudes from Ohio. Springfield muskets. Let's grab some guys from the great state of Michigan. Yeah! We'll give them the same weapons, and then we'll go out west to the Department of the West, which honestly, if we get him 3,000 men, he might be able to move on the Missouri State Guard. Let's see, with troops from Missouri, we'll let them have some... No, I don't like that. That's ugly. We'll give them some different style pants. And they will be mustered in 17 days. So we're going to have a little bit... Well, we've got to wait for these troops to get mustered in. You can also see the readiness of these armies has gone down as we're adding more units that they have to, you know, work in. You can also see that these units are losing some troops as they are sort of doing a fighting retreat, as they are fleeing from the army of northeastern Virginia, which won a big battle last time. I would love to leave them right there in Alexandria. And I could try, but it's too easy for them to get outnumbered. They were already significantly outnumbered in that fight. That could have easily have gone bad. Oh wait, what's that, 2 invasions? Oh shit. There's an army somewhere coming through here near Cumberland, Maryland. And then, of course, the other invasion is out here in Missouri. In fact, the one invasion is already done. They must have just been traveling through that little section. And let's see if we have any projects we want to do. Administration reform? Finance political reforms that will allow more efficient policy making in the long run. We will do that. Hopefully that will help us get these policies done quicker. Yeah, that's knocked, I think, a day off of that, maybe. That's not significant, but maybe that'll matter longer term. Let's check out our Gulf blockading ships fleet. They're still waiting for some of their ships to be built. I think that's the percentage there. Once we get these ships built and online, then we're headed towards New Orleans. In fact, where's our other fleet? We should have a fleet heading towards Charleston. Oh yeah, there it is right there. It's steaming that way. Make it steaming that way? Should be. It's moving ever so slow. Maybe it's because its readiness is very low right now. We can probably speed things up a little bit. Let's just... No, 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 no! That's worrisome. That's 4,000 men. What do we have here in the Army of the Pennsylvania? 5,000. The number in parentheses is what matters right now. When this army has all the new units show up, it'll have over 11,000, but right now it has 5,400. I'm a little worried, as you could tell by my very calm response there, that the enemy is going to attack us soon, because the Confederates have way more troops than us. Once we get some of these reinforcements in, that'll be less of a problem. And then hopefully that will tide us over long enough to get 2-year contracts, when at that point we're going to grow the military, hopefully rather substantially. What do we got here? Oh god, that's a 10,000 man army? Shit. Alright, we need to reposition some of these troops. Let's move you towards Fredericksburg. Don't want to abandon Washington. I want these two armies to be close enough to support each other in case they need to. Because if they come across right here with 14,000 men, there's no way the Army of the Pennsylvania can stop that right now. So we really need to move them within this blue circle, which would be the reinforcement range for the Army of Northeastern Virginia. That's going to open up parts of Pennsylvania. I really don't want them to invade, but if they do, we'll deal with that. The important thing is we can't lose the armies. You're not going to win a war without an army, and we've got to keep the armies together and alive. So once night is done, hopefully Andrews will get his army moving. Move them, bro! The Army of the Potomac, too, I don't think is going to be in any mood to attack us, because their morale's probably pretty crap after we beat them. But this big army here, the Army of the Northwest, they might have good enough morale where they're ready to go on the offensive. That, I have no idea of. Looks like our Atlantic blockading fleet is ready to move now. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I got scared. Oh, we're going too fast. I want to move them just a little bit more this way. And then once they're set and ready, we'll set them to blockade. And then we're just waiting on one more fleet to really get ready to do our final blockade stuff. Kind of watching our army out here, way out here in Missouri. Once we can get the reinforcements to Harney's army, I would love to go attack the Missouri State Guard there. The Missouri State Guard there is pretty weak. We would like to drive the Confederates out of Missouri. I'd also, once we get our contracts done, we're getting closer for Militia Act 3, and we start to recruit more troops, I would like to be able to put the Department of Pennsylvania back up here to protect that part of Maryland. Oh wait, there we go! Alright, so he's got the men, and I gave them the right stuff, right? He's only got 2 brigades. What do they have here? They might have artillery. They probably have 1 brigade in artillery. We're going to take a shot at it and try and drive the Missouri State Guard out of Missouri. Come on, Harney. Get those orders in. Get marching. Now, technically, we don't need to be in the yellow or green for readiness for this because we're in our own territory, but it certainly helps. I don't know how good of a commander Harney is. He's probably someone that's going to be relieved eventually. As we camp for the night. Hey guys, let's have a campfire! Who wants s'mores? S'mores for everyone! Oh, he's a nice guy. He goes back to his tent. They're all going to be dead in the morning. I hope they enjoyed their s'mores. Confederacy calls for volunteers, 2-year contracts. Congress sanctions further enlistment. So they're not very far ahead of us anymore with militia acts, but they are with troops. Oh, that guy's what? That guy's withdrawing. That's a victory. He's losing some people in rear guard actions. I assume they're gonna go head towards. Where are you going? You guys going upriver? Where did they go? They've got to land somewhere else. They just took off upriver. Unless they're going to head out west to, like, Oklahoma. Oh, okay, there they are. Let's just keep chasing them. You can use any kind of movement you want, Harney. You want to use rail? You want to use the river? It's a river race. You travel so much faster if you're using rail or river stuff than if they're marching. This is probably good that we're driving them further. Oh, wait, what? Were we wrong about where they were? And what is this? Results of the Battle of Hampton Roads? The Battle of Hampton Roads has ended with the Savannah Squadron retreating. The engagement was a complete victory, and the enemy fleet thoroughly whipped. 2 ships have been sunk. 2 ships have been captured. So that means we just fought a naval fight. Most likely that was the Atlantic blockading squadron, because the fleet they engaged was the one that escaped us earlier. Excellent job. Can I see that again, just to make sure? Oh, that's from Pendergast. No, that's from the home squadron. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing I moved the home squadron there. I guess they tried to get the fleet back in. Good job, Pendergast. And Stringham, it's time for you to move to blockade orders. I want you to blockade these ports. If we look here at trade warfare, you can see now we're losing 2.3 million because they have pirates and stuff who are attacking us. They're losing $74 million, or they're being denied it because of how effective our blockades are. And we're not done with the blockade action. There's more to come. Harney went there and they're not there. Alright, keep chasing them, Harney. We want to get rid of the Missouri State Guard. Drive them south. Drive them out of the state. Do we have any new projects there already? Not quite. I thought we were farther along on some of these. Guess I was wrong. I could have sworn we were. I'm going to turn auto management off of company applications because there's a chance, because I think it was using some of my resources there that I wanted. And yes, now we have all these alerts, but some of these policies I want, the brown ones in particularly, we were a lot farther on. And I think because I left that on auto management, they spent it building like a bricks work or some sort of factory. Things I don't want done. So that's why I turned it off. Harney, go, go, go! We've got to go find these traitors and drive them out. We might have them stop here at Rolla. There's a supply depot here. That'd be a good place for him to stop. I don't know where the other unit went. They might have just started marching all the way out of Missouri, realizing that they're not going to be able to fight that army because they're too weak. Like babies. Babies are horrible at war. Thank God, because there's so many of them. We're getting some of these. This is our Gulf blockading. That's going to be the New Orleans fleet. Oh, we're getting a number of these. You know what? Screw it. Alright, these guys are going to get deployed. Who is this commander? I say commander, but it's probably commandeer. Commandeer? Commodore. Commodore 64. We're going to have him roll out over here. And then once he gets in position and ready... Oh, he's got the USS Minnesota there. A lot of Vikings on that ship, I'm sure. Once he gets set up there, we'll set up another blockade. We'll try and blockade their most important port town, arguably. It obviously is, because it's the mouth of the Mississippi, New Orleans. Very interesting town. It has a funny smell to it. The Union calls for volunteers. 2-year contracts. Oh, yes. This is what I've been waiting for. So for the next policy, we're just going to go for 3-year contracts. There's another Battle of Hampton Road? Where is that other fleet? Oh. Is that it right there? The Battle of Hampton Roads has ended with the Savannah Squadron retreating. That's the enemy squadron. The engagement was a remarkable strategic victory. The enemy fleet... Oh. Okay, we won that, though there doesn't seem to be any ships that were destroyed. Pendergast is doing a good job, though. Oh, we got some enemy blockades. We can see Cairo... Wait, what? Over in Illinois? How is that getting blockaded? They have some riverboat? What? So much naval stuff is happening all at once. Glorious victory at Hampton Roads. Savannah Squadron in retreat. 1 enemy ship captured. Okay, wait. Okay, so we won another battle. That's over by Virginia, by the home squadron. Pendergast is kicking the crap out of that little fleet there. And then, I don't know if you saw it, but it looked like a little fleet flew up the Mississippi. For a moment, like from New Orleans. And was blockading up here near Missouri. I don't see it anymore, but I swear I saw it for a moment. You can see the notifications here. St. Louis, Quincy. Harney, if you get over here, can you see the ship? Can you drive them out? That's weird. Oh, did I get my policy started? Oh yeah, policy for 3-year enlistment terms. In fact, how long until that? Oh, that's only a month. Maybe we hold off until that. If we've got enough 1-year contracts, how many troops are there overall in both armies? Okay, we've got 40,000 men. They've got 60. They outnumber us. But if we can get through a month like this, we can basically mean all the new recruits after that will have the really good 3-year contracts. We can replace all the 3-month contracts. And replace even the 1-year contracts eventually if we want to. Which I'd probably do. Go, Harney, go! Speaking of which, let's go take a look over at DC, the Virginia area. I don't see much opposed to us. Oh, goddamn life. Stop! Sorry, I'm having a problem in my mouth. This whole year has been nothing but a problem. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Why am I in Florida now? There's a lot of people probably ask themselves that daily. In fact, we might be able to move... Okay, the Army of Pennsylvania's got 11,000 people. We're going to move them back up here. I'm going to assume... The Confederate Army is bigger than ours, but not by a significant amount. They have about 59,000, we have about 40,000. That we're probably fine for the moment. And let's get back to the Department of the West, so we can try and take care of this blockade issue. As Hampton gets over there, or not Hampton, Harney. Yeah, assuming he was going to go hit the river there. Why in the world... Why in the world... Or what in the world is going on here? Can we drive them off? I don't need these stupid boats up in my business. I mean, I guess technically we might be able to build a fort around here if need be. To take care of it. Where are they? I don't... Are they down here by Cairo? In Illinois? That's one of the blockade parts. You know what? Screw it. We're going to go there in a moment, but first, we're going to come over here and let's try and get rid of the Missouri State Guard once and for all. Let's try and drive them totally out of the state. Get them the hell out of here. And then Harney can go do that. Harney's super busy out there in the West, even though he doesn't have as many troops as I'd like. Ooh, and we got our New Orleans fleet that's heading into station. We're going to want to set up here to try and blockade both of these ports, hopefully. As Mervyn gets there. Man, he looks worn out. That's how I look today. Ooh, what's this? A battle at Port Royal? With cheese? With the Charleston Squadron? They have 6 ships. One is disabled. This is our fleet here, the Atlantic fleet. Let me get on the fleet. We have 20 ships. We've got 125 guns. They have 28 guns. I don't know if there's a better way to look at it. You can see the little sword above. That indicates they're in the battle. As we defend our blockade. It's up to Stringham to get a win. Come on, Stringham. You can also see here experience. Naval commanders and armies will have experience. And perks you can get for those over time. On pause, that's why nothing's happening. The game I do that the most in is Crusader Kings 2. When you've got a million things to balance, and then you're like, I'm ready to play, and you just sit there. The worst is when I did a Let's Play of that, which is like a million episodes long, and you're sitting there and you're like, why isn't it going? Oh wait, I thought it was going. Come on, Stringham, kick the hell out of these bastards. This is my ocean. I'm pretty sure this little fleet here, the Charleston Squadron, will not win. In fact, we will leave them to it. Let's see how Harney's doing out in the west. Oh, he's still got a ways to go before he gets to the Missouri State Guard. This is part of the reason, too, why, like, in the first or second episode, I think the second episode, I spent so much investment in building ships. Ooh! We sunk the Confederate state ship Huntsville. More like Huntsville. The reason I spent so much on ships is I wanted to make sure we could have an effective naval blockade. And it's already making a difference. We're already denying them like 75 million, I think this is per month, of money that they would have otherwise from trading. And once we get the blockade going on New Orleans, that's only going to go up the amount of trade we are denying them. There goes the CSS Washington. They're getting the shit kicked in. Hell yeah, go Stringham. I think there's supposed to be a marker on here to show who's winning, red being them, blue being us. But if it's on there, it's so tiny you can barely see it. I think it's right there. Oh, Union Navy unstoppable. Hell yeah, another great victory. That's why I always play Navy in my Navy LP. Union rules the waves. Eat that, Britannia. Confederate ships forced to flee. The Union citizens ecstatic. Hooray! The Battle of Port Royal has ended with the Charleston Squadron retreating. The engagement was a complete victory. Oh, they got engaged. How sweet. With the enemy fleet thoroughly whipped, 3 ships have been sunk, 1 ship captured. The condition of the enemy fleet is believed to be good. Nah, more like got their shit kicked in. He says the condition of my fleet is alarming. Your fleet's fine. Good job, Stringham. You kicked the crap out of them. In fact, the Atlantic blockading fleet is actually bigger. It was originally 20 ships. They captured a ship. Some of their ships are damaged, but they'll fix them. I wouldn't be surprised if the one they captured, the Confederate state ship King there, that's in really bad shape. Well, I guess all the ships, some of them are in bad shape. That's alright. You're going to maintain the blockade. You did a good job. You kicked the crap out of them. Victory for us. At the same time, Harney continues westward to drive these guys out. There's some new notification coming up. Mervyn at destination? I believe that's our New Orleans Squadron Commander, or Commodore. I think you're close enough. Maybe we'll move you right there. Because I want to make sure that all this area is covered. The ports are covered. And then when he's on station and ready, we'll tell him to go into the blockade command. And we will try and deny the Southerners even more trade. If we look at British intervention right now, it's at 20%. It's mostly because of King Cotton. Negative numbers are good for them. They're bad for us. Letters of marque hurt the Confederacy because England's like, I don't approve of you with piracy, but they do approve the good cotton deals they're getting from the south that help drive their, you know, industry. Oh, maybe we can get Mobile in this too. That would be awesome if the blockade could cover all of that. Alright, you go into blockade mode. We're going to blockade even more ports. They'll probably have some that aren't blockaded, but they're not going to be they're not going to really be major ones. Glorious victory at Port Royal! Did we fight another battle? The Savannah Squadron disintegrates. Wow, cool. Our Navy is doing amazing. That's exactly what we want to see. And the Confederates are going to have a very hard time replacing any losses they have like that. In fact, this should be naval tonnage, right? We have 1,320 or 132,742 naval tonnage. They only have a little over 10,000, almost 11,000. Why is Sumner the commander of the army? I thought Winfield Scott was. Did he finally die? Kind of wonder where the rest of the Confederate armies are. We know there's some in Tennessee. We don't really have any idea how big they are. Wait, that was 2,300. That looked like it was about 3,700 on its way to 46. And then there's some down here in the west. I'm not too worried about them at the moment. They're very tiny armies out here out west. Come on, Harney. Keep driving on these guys. Get them kicked out of the state. I don't see the enemy army. I don't know if we just have poor intelligence or if we've driven them out. They might still be around because that's still sort of controlled by the Confederacy. Harney, I wonder if Harney gets angry. I have to do everything, man. McClellan just sits on his butt in Cincinnati. He doesn't do anything. Well, you know. I might actually move McClellan down near Louisville. I'm concerned about the Confederates coming up this way, but I'm also concerned about them coming in from West Virginia. Once we get these armies built to the size we want, then I would love to get across the river, take Alexandria. Easier said than done, though. Our last assault kind of worked. As in, we won a battle as we were fleeing because I overextended. You know what? Keep chasing them. Drive them all the way out of the state. Go home, son. So actually, if the Missouri State Guard they are from Missouri, they are home. You can also see that Harney's supplies are kind of dropping a little bit with all the movement they've been doing and stuff. The plus side is, if you look here, like, Andrews doesn't have a lot of experience. His army doesn't. That's a really army experience. Same with Sumner. Sumner has a little more. The Department of the West is getting a ton of experience because they are marching all over the place. It may not be combat experience, but experience in moving around. We'll go all the way down to the crossroads there. I don't think we're going to go into enemy territory. I might actually have him march all the way over to Cairo to figure out what's going on with the stupid blockade there. Okay, there's the Missouri State Guard. So if that information is... Wait, no, there's rearguard actions. That information can't be correct then. Price must be closer. Either way, we drove them out of the state. Good job, Harney. Ooh, what's this? Weapons delivered. The weapon order of 3,000... Is that pieces? Spring-filled rifle muskets has been achieved. So we're going to order some more of those, because we're going to need those as we beef up this army. So we want orders that are available. Wait, why are there no... I don't want auto-manage on. Oh dear, is it because I had auto-manage on? No, I want to... Well, hopefully they auto-managed another order for us. Orders placed? Oh, they did. But they did it for a stupid amount. Oh. I should have turned auto-managed weapons off. We want them in numbers of 3,000 because those are brigade sizes. Well, that's the thing. Alright, so Harney, we want you to go all the way over to Cairo to figure out what the hell is going on there blockade-wise. He's going to have, like, the best army. They're marching all over the place. Well, Harney has a bit of a supply issue. That's okay. As he gets back into northern territory, he'll be closer to supply routes. For some reason, he's drawing supply routes from what? I think that's not right. I don't think he's supposed to be drawing supplies from those Confederate cities down there. I'm pretty sure he should be drawing them from stuff up here. There we go. That's fixed now. I don't know why that was going on. In fact, they have a problem with food. For some reason, they don't have enough food. I might actually have them stop here. Oops, wrong button. Movement orders? Okay, we'll have him stop there. There is a supply depot there. He should be fine food-wise there. I don't know why he's not where he is, so fine food-wise. He's got a very small army. They should have enough provisions, but I guess there's not enough supply. Treaty with Choctaws and Chickasaws. Treaty ready to be ratified. Perpetual peace and friendship. Land never to be sold. Boundaries defined. Choctaws and Chickasaws ally with the Confederate States of America. I'm sure that'll work out just fine for them. Yeah, I guess that's going to be the end of this episode. Next time, hopefully we'll recruit some more troops. The important thing is we've driven the Confederates out of Missouri. We've got to figure out the problem here with the ports. And they're blockading Cairo for some reason. And so far, our blockade is going pretty well. In fact, our trade warfare has gone up even more. But blocking 77 million, that should increase over time. Blockades take time to kind of become effective. And the longer our blockading ships are down there, the better they will do.